There we go. Okay, so welcome. And again, this is the team training portion of this. So again, for those of you that didn't get the message, you're probably going to see this on the recorded version. So we changed the meeting from Tuesday night to actually Sunday night. Most people are usually available on Sunday night. So the team training we're doing now is going to be 9 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Central, and you can work it back all the different other times. But we want to welcome here once again, Greg and Mena Warmbier out of Sarasota, Florida. We're very excited to share with you a bunch of different things tonight. So we're tag teaming with Josh and Chuck tonight, specifically to talk more about the onboarding, talk more about the training, talking about more about what we can do to help people get started fast. So we, again, have been a part of this team now for 20 months now, which has been kind of interesting. But the part that's developed is the system, which has been like uncommon. So This Is It team is a phenomenal team. And again, we're going to be talking about today. Once again, our goal is to share some information with you, share some of the different promotions that are going on. We're going to recognize some new levels for people. We do this every single week. So you're going to want to put this in your calendar for 8 o'clock Eastern time and 7 o'clock Central for the actual opportunity, so you can get as many people there as possible. We're finding out more and more people are available Sunday night. They have fun during the day, doing things during the day, but then in the evening they're available. And then again, for the actual team training is going to be right afterwards, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. So you want to definitely jump on with this. So is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, just to go back to opportunity, I think for everyone to bring one new person to the opportunity meeting on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So put it in your calendar. Anybody that you're working with, if you're doing your pro, which we're going to go through in the onboarding, if you're doing your patching, your revisiting, and the opportunity, you're bound to get one person on the Zoom. So we had a few new people on. They've got the information they need. They've jumped off, and that's great. This is for those of you who are saying, I want to get my business to the next level. So thank you for being on this evening.
Yes. So the first thing we're going to do is going to share a couple different slides. You're going to want to get your phone out. So the very first thing is take your phone out, go to basically where you see the cameras, you see that little QR code at the bottom. You want to scan this because Josh is going to be going over this, and we're going to be talking more about this in the future. Probably going to be a recording so we can do different specific training on Sunday nights and cover a lot more information. But the one thing we want to do is go through this information with you. So we want to show you where the information is, like we did just a few minutes ago, but share the information of where you can get this information, because when people have questions, we want to make sure they have a resource on how to find it, where to get the information. So definitely scan that. If you're on your phone already, you can just follow along, but knowing that you can get the recording later and scan it so you have this available. So Mena, do you want to talk a little bit about the manager and director?
So we are going to be recognizing some managers and a new director this evening. And well, you're probably saying, well, what is manager? What is director? What do I do to get there? Okay. So when you get started in the business, you get started. We spoke about silver, but you've got to be at the gold level in order to be a manager. So you've got to then speak to 4 of your friends. Like, we all have a cell phone with tons of names in them. So I don't want to hear people say, I don't know anybody, because if you look at your cell phone, you probably got at least a few hundred names. Yeah. And 4 of those people, get them on your team, even if it's your family. Get them registered, get them on your team, 2 on your left, 2 on your right, silver or above, and they stay active. And active means you're on ordership, you're getting your products every month. Then you are known as a manager. You've ranked to the manager rank. And that is the building block of the business. The next thing is then you help 2 of your people, the silvers or above that you put in, you help them go manager, okay? And you then add 1 extra silver or above on the left and 1 on the right, and now you are a director in the business. And literally, if you know how to go manager, you know how to make managers, and pretty much you know how to get to senior presidential director.
Yep. And so the very first thing we always want to do is recognize new managers. Now we're just going to recognize the names, but then we also have a new director. If you become a director, we want to give you some time to speak and share what you're excited about, maybe any kind of tips for anybody else and stuff like that. But the very first person actually we want to recognize is Lindsay. I think it's pronounced Tremere, is that correct?
Tremere, I believe.
Yeah, Tremere. So she actually came in underneath Sandra Jackson. So she actually did, but within a couple weeks, I think it's in a couple weeks. 2 weeks she became a manager, which has been absolutely phenomenal. So congratulations, Lindsay. We're very excited. So she's super excited about the product and super excited about sharing this with her friends, family, and everybody else that she knows. So congratulations, Lindsay, brand new manager. And yesterday, brand new manager out of Miami, Gary Burke. So he actually lives down the Miami area, which is kind of interesting. He's sponsored by one of the people that I sponsored in South Africa. Brendan met him through a BNI speed networking, I believe is what it was, or another BNI chapter online. Spoke with Gary, and Gary said, I'm in. He just became a manager yesterday. So congratulations. Super, super excited for that. And of course, what happens when you break two managers, something special happens, you become a new director. So Mena, you want to talk about this next person that
yeah, so Rob and Lisa. So Rob and Lisa Weaver, really good friends of ours. We've known them for many, many years. We absolutely love them. They are just amazing leaders, and we are just so proud of them. People of integrity, authenticity, and they just they love people. They're passionate. So I'm going to hand it over to you guys, and congratulations again.
Yes. So Rob, Lisa, come on onto the
camera
and tell us what you're excited about.
Thank you there, Deputy Weaver.
Deputy Weaver.
Lisa.
Hey guys, thank you so much. We appreciate and love you guys so much. We wouldn't be where we are without your help and without your love and your prayers. So we thank you. I think what we're most excited about is just being able to help people be out of pain, because that's been monumental for me.
True statement. Yep. We're excited about our son Devin went manager last week and got recognized. We're excited about helping more people on our team go manager and director. Excited about the conference coming up.
Yes, very much.
And helping more of our team get there. And then super excited about achieving and going to Punta Cana.
Yes, having a lot of people with us.
Yay.
Yeah. Congratulations.
That's
so
awesome.
Excited for you guys. It's so awesome.
So proud of you.
And they're on their way to SPD. I'm just telling you that. So senior presidential director.
Senior
director next.
SPD.
So
congratulations, guys.
Congratulations. Onward and upward, as we always say. So you guys are doing awesome. So let me get back to sharing my screen real quick. And super, super excited for you. We love new people hitting the different ranks. So one thing we also want to talk about is obviously Steve and Gina Merritt are traveling across the country, soon be around the world, but they're actually coming to a couple places near a lot of people on our team. So actually on Monday, Coral Springs is where they're going to be located. So that's just outside of Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. So we are telling people from West Palm all the way down to the Keys, and got some people coming over from Naples that actually are going to be part of that meeting there on Monday. Again, that's going to be 8 o'clock, and you're going to want to go to This Is It Team, and Josh is going to show that in a few minutes. But then also Atlanta's coming up on June 25th. You notice there's a gap here. If you notice a gap between the dates here, the reason why is because they're going to be going to Bora Bora. That is the elite senior presidential trip that basically Steve and Gina and several other people are actually qualified for on their team. They're going to Bora Bora. I said, we are going to hit that elite level so we can go with them to these amazing destinations. That's one of the trips they're going to be doing every year, not Bora Bora, but different destinations like that. Very, very things. So once again, Atlanta is on the 25th, and then Sarasota, Florida is on the 29th. So excited about Sarasota. Actually, Steve and Gina are going to be here. And then St. Augustine is July 9th. So you're going to want to keep up with the different dates that they're going to be here. So obviously they're going to be in Florida 3 of those times, in Atlanta. So definitely want to take advantage of it. So the other thing that Josh had mentioned is the Believe convention. And I'm going to move this thing out of the way because I don't know if it affects it or not. So I will say this, but I'm going to say this real quickly. But again, for those people who say, okay, what's the next step? What is it that I need to do next? You want to register for this event. Now, I'm just telling you right now, we got people that have said, that have signed up and they said, okay, what's the next step? Register. They said, okay, I'll do it right now. Because again, that's an act of faith, just like what Heather was talking about with Ricardo, and same thing with like Evan and other people said, I'm signing up for that. Because what happens is when you go to this event, it will blow your mind. The top leaders in the industry are on the This Is It team, and those leaders are going to be teaching for basically 2 days. It's going to be a Friday night and all day Saturday. They're also doing a Sunday morning non-denominational worship service where Steve and Gina are going to share their testimony of how basically God's been blessing them and how they basically have been using business ministry to reach more people. But then also Danny McDaniel, who's also a senior presidential director, is going to be doing the message. He's also a pastor. So that is something that we love. So I don't know if you have anything you want to say about that real quick.
So David Schmidt is going to be there,
Yes.
the founder and inventor of the product that we're talking about. Then we have a doctor's panel.
Mhm.
And if any of you were at the convention last year in Tampa, this is bigger.
Yeah.
The doctor's panel is so much bigger.
Mhm.
So you want to be there. You want to learn from the best. They're also going to have a professional panel. And the amazing thing is that we know that we were there last year. We took a number of you. In fact, Rob and Lisa, you were with us last year. A number of you on here this evening that I saw with us last year, and all of us that have gone, we have grown.
Yes.
We have grown. So you want to take your team with you. Josh said they have about 30 something. I know we kind of hitting up there as well with the number of people that we're taking. So take people with you. You
Yeah.
don't want to go and learn alone. If you want to build a big team, take a bunch of people with you.
Yes. And so the one thing for people that are international, because some people will be watching this internationally, there is a virtual version for that as well. So you can want to get that, but you want to grab those tickets right away. It's amazing when you have a ticket, how you'll now start promoting it to people. But again, we were at the director level when we get into this meeting. We're now at the presidential, heading to senior presidential because of these types of meetings. Now people say, well, I'll just catch the next one. You're going to wait a year. They do this once a year. Whatever you got to do to get there, get there. So I tell people they're going to sell out very soon. So if you don't get your ticket soon, you're going to sell out. So you definitely want to buy that. But if you say, what do I do next? This is what you want to do next. So the venue itself is phenomenal. It's actually at the Orlando Hilton Buena Vista Palace. Again, it's a great venue where you can be at. Some people are they live locally or they're getting another hotel somewhere else. So you can do that. But if you get the package, it's actually less expensive if you understand it that way. And then again, one last thing that we're going to hand off to Josh specifically is the trips. Now, again, there's 2 different trips specifically we want to promote. The one for the US, Canada, and Mexico for North America is going to the Dominican Republic actually in November. Your qualification runs specifically from, let's see, what is this? So actually started already, but it runs from basically April 29th and it ends September 1st. So the qualification for this is if you hit senior director for 6 weeks during this qualification period. So you have to be qualified for 6 weeks. You get trip for 2 for free. They give you the plane, airfare, everything to be able to go. Some people say, well, I don't know if I could hit that, or I'm already above that. Then what you need to do is you actually need to get some points, and we'll explain that. But the resort in Punta Cana is absolutely phenomenal. Those who go in Europe and South Africa is going to be actually in Morocco, in Marrakesh, Morocco. That's a whole nother thing, and I got to add a slide to that one here. But this is the location there and at the resort there for the Hard Rock Casino Resort and Hotel. Absolutely amazing. If you like the idea, this just reminds me of Josh and Paula and me and Mena were sitting around a hibachi just like this one in Cancun. It is so much fun. And you're there with Steve and Gina. You're there with David Schmidt, who's the founder, all these different people that are going to be there. It's pretty amazing. All the different leadership and stuff like that. But the rooms, I think every room has a jacuzzi. It's pretty crazy. Again, this was from the last trip, like Josh showed on the last meeting that we had. Again, Josh and Paula joined us on the beach. Just about half the amount of people because other people were out on excursions. Here we are over here. But again, there's a tracker. Download this tracker and keep track of the different things. In the back office, there's actually a way you can track and see the amount of points you have. But we're going to start tracking different things as well in that. But I'm sorry, say it again. Well, you say it. Come on, girl.
Well, the exciting thing is, when the one thing is to actually grow in the business, to bless people, to give them hope, to share great products and see the results. The other thing is we get remunerated for it. We get our monthly or our weekly pay. And then the wonderful thing is we get to go on trips like this. And this last week, we found out that we actually qualified for the Greek island
Yes,
cruise.
that's been a dream of
So-
mine for decades.
So we
Yes.
will be going to Italy, Greece, and Croatia
Yep,
in August.
in August.
Just after the
Yep.
convention. So you know what, this company really goes above and beyond.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even if it wasn't for the trips, we feel so blessed to be a part of such an amazing, integrous company.
Yeah, and it's amazing. They do four trips a year. One is now the elite trip. So there's 3 regular trips that anybody can pretty much go on. And then the next one is that. So there's qualifications for this. Same thing with this. You can actually earn points for doing this. And again, get together with the person who is working with you to see how you can go to Punta Cana or again, Marrakesh, Morocco, or once again, for we got people in Australia and New Zealand that are going to be able to go to Vietnam. I mean, it's a pretty Phuket, Vietnam, which is pretty amazing. So the next thing is going to be actually, I'm going to hand this over to Josh. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, but Josh has become a tremendous student of this business. He's one of the best students we've ever worked with in this business. He was a little stubborn for about 3 months, but after that, he actually put on, I think what happened, the patch actually happened with the brain cells, and he started becoming more activated, but he is one of the greatest leaders, and he's leading, he's going to be a SPD this year, Senior Presidential Director, because he is rocking it. And so again, I'm going to hand it off to our awesome leader, Josh Holdaway. Take it away.
Thanks, Greg and Menace. So I recently, not too recently, I picked up a new car that has it's twin turbo, right? So if you know how a turbo works, you step on the gas, you hear it going, but it doesn't really go anywhere for a minute, and then it takes off, right? So that's what we got. We got a little twin turbo thing going on here, but we're off to the races now because we got an awesome team going on. All right, so let me share my screen here. Second, move that. Okay, so let me hide this. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at, well, let me hide this one thing. All right, first thing we're going to look at is hopefully you received an email like this when you signed up. If you didn't, that's okay. This is semi-new, so you can still get a hold of this email here, and we're going to show you how to do this. But there's 2 important things on this. Number one is this is how you want to share this with other people, and I'm going to show you how to do that at the end. But also look at how easy this is. First, your back office, right? This is how you get into your back office, and then start right by going to this link. So don't miss this link, right? And I highlighted where it said 5-tab document, all-encompassing guide to walk you through the steps on onboarding. They go here, and realistically, it's going to give you everything. So as we've talked about that This Is It team.com site is awesome, right? But there's a lot of information there, right? So if you start and go, that's days worth of information. So what we want to say is, people go through that, but then they have questions. What do I do here? What do I do here? We tried to just dumb this thing down as quickly as possible. So we just do the right thing right out of the gate, and we're doing that for you. So when you go to this, when you go to this site, it's going to take you, it's going to launch you to this 5 bullet point document here. So the first one here is welcome to LifeWave. Everybody has seen this. We've heard this, and you guys have too, right? So the patch, how often do you wear it? How long do you wear it? But if you're in the business, I guarantee you've had people say, how long do I have to wear this thing for? You know, I had a guy on my team, this is almost a year ago. He goes, Josh, I love these patches, but holy cow, I'm going through these like twice as much as I thought I would. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, I'm putting it just like the diagram, one on my neck and one underneath my belly. I said, hey, those were options, man. So he slowed that down, and I saved him half his money, but I was glad that he got his great results. So wear 12 hours on, 12 hours off a day, and easy stuff, right? Just put it on your phone for a specific time. Drink a lot of water, write it down, right? Track the stuff. It talks right here. Print out the tracker on the next tab, and then be patient, guys. I cannot stress this one enough. And I would encourage all of you, use this. Be patient. People see results in 3 days, Greg Warmberg, 3 weeks, me, and 3 months or more, right? You know, even our leaders talk about, we recommend 1 month for every decade that you're alive. So when you have people, and you will, or you were one of them, that said, hey, I'll give it a try for 30 days, or can I buy a sleeve? 30 days is a no bueno, right? We've got to give this 3 months to really see this, because if you just do everybody for 30 days, you're going to have some fallout, because it's working on somebody's brain, working on their heart. They don't see the external obvious things and they think it's not working, which is just such a disservice. The next one is their back office. They want to know how to get into their back office. There's a link right there on how to get into their back office. Now, these are so important. If everybody just followed these links, again, so learn about X39 and share the link with people you talk to. This is it, info.com, right? We've put a hyperlink right there for you. Learn how to build the business. Go through all the information. This is it, team.com, right? Join the This Is It Facebook page. And I would encourage you and anybody on your team, even if they're not on Facebook, get on Facebook, because this Facebook site is incredible, right? And it's got so much great information on there, not only recognition and different events that are coming up, but so many great things on questions, right? I posted something yesterday about something that one of my my people were asking me about. So I posted on there, and now a lot of people across the world are going to start talking about that, right? So so use that as well. The YouTube channel, the YouTube channel, a lot of people, you know, we've got a lot of great meetings here, but sometimes you can't get to the Saturday afternoon meeting, right? But everything on the YouTube channel is recorded, right? So, and it's usually 10 to 15 minutes after the Zoom is done that it's recorded. So if you're out and about on Saturday at noon and you can't get on it, but you'd love to see it, I do that sometimes. I try to get on them all, but sometimes it's not till Sunday that I watch it when I'm downstairs working out, that I can watch it on YouTube. So everything is recorded and it's outstanding. Attend a New to LifeWave Zoom on Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time. Look at this, we've updated it. We're fancy. So so there's the link for this new Zoom. And then share this link to this document with all of your new people. So for those of you guys like, where is this at? How do I get this? This is where it's going to be at. And as we always do, we're going to put this in the chat box so you have this as well. So now, as I said, look at the tabs below, right? See the additional tabs below. So the next one we're going to go to is Health Tracker. This is where you take a husband and wife and say, print this out. And you guys want both of you guys to fill this out 1 to 10 on each one of these things and track it together. You know, 24 hours, 7 days, do it for 3 months. People are going to see differences in 3 months on so many of these different things, especially if they're honest on what things are on this. One thing that I would encourage you though on this health tracker is, if I had everybody in the room, I'd have you raise your hand on this. But I know many of you have had situations, I sure have, where the wife says, hey, I'm going to try it, but my husband's going to wait to see if I see results, or vice versa, right? We all get that, right? So here's what I would encourage. When they tell you that, talk about this tracker. Say, you guys want to start this in the same time, because we're going to get you need to do this for 3 months, not 1 month. You don't want 3 months to go by and I got so many things going on. And then all of a sudden, then your husband or wife then starts it. Do this tracker together. Print off 2 of these. You guys both get on it and then go on a journey together for 3 months. What are you noticing about energy? How are you sleeping? Those questions can go back and forth with each other. It is a great way to get 2 people started at the same time. All right, so this is updated here, a little bit better than the Zoom we were doing earlier, so you can see what this total looks like. So Sundays at 7 o'clock, we just got done with our introductory Zoom. So every single Sunday at 7 o'clock Central, we're going to do that same Zoom. So I would encourage you, as you're talking to people and you're wanting to send them to a Zoom, set them up with this one. Go to your link, copy that link and send it to them. Say, be on this Zoom at 7 o'clock. I'll be on there with you. You can ask questions. And then following right afterwards, it's going to have at 8 o'clock, there's going to be an onboarding Zoom that we're going to do right afterwards, right? So those are those 2 that you've got there for them. And if you sign somebody up on a Tuesday, still send them this and say, hey, get on the Zoom at 8 o'clock, and because you want to do the onboarding. Monday and Wednesday at 7 o'clock, that's the This Is It team. They do their own, so super, super good. I'd encourage you to get to theirs. And then Thursday, this is just St. Louis. We do an in-person one. We moved it to just Thursdays, and it's 7 p.m., not 6 p.m. We had a little bit of feedback that we would need to have it on the same day. So now it's Thursdays, and it's also 7 o'clock, so people can actually eat dinner. And because some people weren't signing up because they were crabby because I hadn't eaten dinner yet. I get it. So now it's at 7 o'clock. And the new, that's not it actually, but it's in Lake St. Louis, so I'll update the in-person one on that as well. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the This Is It onboarding thing that that Greg shared with you. that Greg shared with you. So if you pull this back up, and we are going to go through each one of these things step by step, not in a major way, but just kind of minor. So the first one was we talked about is discussing the thisisit.info.com. So that is this one here. And like I talked about in the last call, you don't want to say, here's the website, check out everything on that website, because they will be lost for 4 days. It's great that there's so much on there, but we don't need people to look at everything. Let them do it if they want to. But here's what you tell them. Watch the first 3 videos. The first 2 are less than 5 minutes long, right? Great videos. And then the third one is by Dr. Leland Stillman, who does about a 40-minute interview, a Q&A, if you will, on the technology, right? And so anybody that walks away from those 3 videos has a very good understanding, at least on, do I want to put the sticker on me, right? Do I want to do this? They don't need to know everything about the technology. They don't have to understand everything about how the compensation plan works. But if they watch these 3 videos, they'll know if they're going to put a sticker on them, right? I also encourage people, I say, go up to the top, check this testimonial page out right here. This continues to grow every single day. Somebody says, hey, I have issues with neuropathy. They click on this. There are multiple videos and testimonies of people that have dealt with neuropathy that have made a decision to talk to people about it. They're all pretty short, but these are so absolutely incredible. So I would encourage you to have people look at that. So the next thing is we go back. Oh, did I lose my thing again? Okay, so the next thing as we go back here is, so everything else is the This Is It team site, right? So we went to This Is It info. The next one is This Is It team. So it says, watch the first video and connect to the team Facebook. So that's on onboarding. So as we go back here and go to onboarding, we want to say, how do I get started? What do I do? So this is a great 6-minute video that talks about how to onboard. And she talks about every one of these. But look at this, how to enroll, set up an enrollment placement. So that was a question in the last call, right? Hey, I got somebody that's interested. What do I do now? If you go here, it's going to tell you exactly how to set them up and to do that. How to enroll a new brand partner, enroll through the iTouch app. Upgrade kits. We talked about that last one. There's so many people now that have said, hey, I came in silver. I need gold now because I want to maximize compensation. I need diamond because I've got other diamonds I'm putting in and I want to get paid too, right? There's so everything is right there. So you want to go through that information. The next one is go to home, and then you want to understand how the pro strategy works. So again, you go home. The pro strategy is really the building blocks, how we build this business. You don't want to skip over this one because this is the convention. You don't want to miss that. So sign up for the convention. We'll get a little plug on there. But as you go down all the way down here to the pro strategy, pro is patch, revisit, and opportunity, right? So there's a video that pops up eventually. There's a video, and this shows you exactly how to do this, right? So there's 3 videos here. There they go. 3 videos on how to patch, how to revisit, follow up, how to share the opportunity, point them to a weekly Zoom like we just talked about, and then watch this video on how to do all of those steps. Next one here is Go Manager, right? So we talked about that a lot in the first video. So going manager is super simple, right? 2 left, 2 right, and on silver or higher on auto ship. But you want to go into a little bit more depth on how to do that. Go Manager up top. First 2 videos talk exactly about how to go manager. They're not long, right? Because you're doing 2 left, 2 right on silver and auto ship and you're gold. That's basically what those videos shared with you. The next 2 videos here are how to break managers, right? Break managers, in other words, you bring somebody in the business, show them how to get to manager as well. Don't tell them, right? Show them, work with them, go do a house meeting with them, help them get on a Zoom. You're afraid to do a house meeting, they're afraid to do a presentation, go to the Sunday thing and bring them here virtually. Or check this out, go to their house, pull up on their TV, watch one of the videos online, right? And do it with them that way and answer some questions. And they say, how do you do this? Let's go to this website and figure it out. But that's how you break some managers with that. Next one is the 10-step system. So as we go to the 10-step system up top here, this gets a little bit more understanding, not just how to do the business from a logistics standpoint, but look at this. I mean, watch the video, but determine your why, right? You guys are at your house or somewhere, but you've made a decision to come to a meeting, a virtual meeting at 8 o'clock Central Time here for a reason. right? What is that reason? What is your why? You know, if you're a husband and wife, discuss it together. What's your why, short-term, long-term? Set your goals, make commitments, build a list. Some of these are videos, short videos. Some of these are just documents here, but such great information throughout that entire part there. Believe conference, you know, I know, you know, Greg and Mena talked about that. I won't talk too much about that. But again, if you go to the home site, this isn't going to be up here forever because Believe conference is in 39 days, right? So if you've not gone to this, guys, buy your tickets now. This thing is selling out. I am so excited. The fact that we've got 30 plus, I'm sure it's more than that at this point going. We are going to take up rows at this place. But if you are on the fence on this, text Greg or Mena or text myself and say, I'm on the fence. We're not calling to sell you. We're calling to give you why we went and what it did for our business. We'll just give you our honest thing. That's all you need, right? We don't need to sell you. We're going to tell you what it did for us. And then if it's something that's right for you and your team, but I'm telling you, when you sign up, don't go solo. Bring your team with you, right? Because that's what you want, because you want your team plugged in and on absolute fire when they get back from that convention. And then last is the downloads. I showed this a little bit in the last video. So it talks about print the 40 sign-up sheets, the Punta Cana tracker, download the opportunity slides, and the revisit follow-up slides. So the last one over here, this is on this little hamburger thing. And you go to downloads. And the first one you want to go to is print off 40 of these, download these and print off the paperwork here. I'm telling you, it's so much easier, especially if you're in front of somebody and they just say, okay, I'd like to get going. I'd like to get on the silver. We want to try this for 3 months, or, you know, yeah, I'm going to do gold. I've got some people I want to share that. Give them the piece of paper right there. Have them fill it out right there. You can put them in right then on your iPad or your computer, or you can take it home and do it later. But have them fill it out so they are in the business. You can also save this on your phone. And what we like to do is when somebody says, hey, I'm interested in what you're saying, send me some information. Send them this is it info site, tell them what to look at, and send them a copy of this, right? And say, hey, after you see that, call me back and let's discuss silver, gold, or diamond. All they have to do is print that off, fill it out, scan or take a picture, send it to you, and then you can put them in the business. It's that simple. All right, the next, we talked about the opportunity slides. You can put that on your iPad, your computer, whatever it is, and then you can watch those there. The next one you want to do is the planning sheet for the revisit follow-up. So this is great for saying, here, you know, I've got 100 names or 50 names I'm thinking of. Put them on there. It helps you track who you're talked to, what you've done with them. Have you patched them? Have you sent them the information? Great one there to download. And then the next one is Punta Cana. So this one here, you got to print this thing off like as soon as we get off the call here, because we are a little over a month into this, and we need, how many people we got in this call? 50 some. We need everybody going to Punta Cana with us, right? We need to charter our own plane. So this is, again, you know, Greg and Mena, we got to see them in Cancun on a great trip last time. And then a number of people on this call, we all got a chance to go down to Navarre Beach together. It is so awesome doing life together and having some fun and doing it for free. That's even cooler, stepping in the ocean and crystal blue and not cost a dime. So that is it for that. And so I'm going to cancel that one off, and then we close that down. Okay, and then the last tab is going to take you back to this one, right? So this is the one where it's going to show, how do I want to sign up? So let me move this thing again. So you go back to launching your business, right? So there's two different links here. One is email to your brand new partners, and that is this, right? So you just copy that. It's the first thing you do when you sign somebody up. Copy this, and where it says your back office, your ID and your password, put their correct ID and password, email that to them. They can get started just like you did. But the second part on here is launching your business. So I'm not going to go through everything on here, but I encourage you, open this up and read everything here. We are, just so you know, we're not recreating the wheel, but we're just giving you a one-stop shop for you and your team. So again, this gives you all of the different times that we're doing everything, a little bit about Going Manager, again, the steps, making a list, connecting with your people, creating a script, right? How many of you guys, including me, says, okay, I'm fired up. This is doing something for me. I have not the foggiest idea what to say to somebody, right? Look here, it talks about this. This is where I was. Here's an example. I had knee pain. This is what I saw. I was introduced to a technology that activates my own dormant stem cells. This is what I did. I signed up and started seeing results in 30 days. This is what I'm excited about. The countless people that I'm able to bless with this and hear their testimony as well. Use it however you want to, right? How to sign them up. Again, I'm not going to go through this, but I encourage you to do this, right? Because this talks about if you want gold, diamond, silver, the benefit of each, and why you would want to explain these. Don't just sign people up in silver if they would want to share this and go gold or diamond. And so there's a little bit of information there, but also this is Steve Merritt. This is his script, right? They've got 165,000 people in the business, so I'm sure it works. So I would encourage you, look at his script. That's what's working for him. So I think it probably will work for all of us as well. So I'm going to. I don't know if you can hear my cat in the background, so I apologize. That's awesome too. But we're all human here. All right, so I'm going to let's get this back on. I don't know if Greg, you need to get this back on the slide so I can cover that last slide. But that is it for that. We're going to open up for some Q&A. But beforehand, we have another slide that we want to make sure that we're showing here. That on a new improved thing that we're going to show that we come up with this week, and that we're excited about sharing with you guys on this one. So as soon as we get over to that one. So what we've done.
So first thing I was going to say is that if anybody says, okay, how do I find this Google Doc again? We usually put it in the chat. I don't know if somebody did that yet, but you can scan this real quick and that'll take you directly to the Google Doc that Josh just went over and actually go over more details with that. So definitely scan that QR code and it's going to take you right there. And then I'll let you lead into the next one real quick.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So the next one here, some gold bars. What is the significance of gold bars, right? Gold Rush. You ever heard of Gold Rush? Well, so Greg and Mena and I had a conversation about what can we do for our team, right? So we've got the company's put together just this phenomenal opportunity for us to go to Punta Cana, right? With the points, and a lot of you guys are getting some great points. Some of you guys are halfway there already, by the way, which is outstanding. But the points for Punta Cana, as an example, if you bring in a gold, you get 2 points. You bring in a diamond, you get 4 points. Upgrades, different things like that. So we want to mirror some of that over the next 5 weeks, starting tomorrow and going for 5 weeks. So Greg, if you can go to the next slide, what we've decided to do is we're going to have a Gold Rush contest, and you can win $500 from our team. So obviously we have two different teams, if you will, on here, our team, and then Greg and Mena have a team on here as well. So $500 from me, and then $500 from Greg and Mena's team as well. So, and we're going to be able to announce this. So the dates are starting tomorrow, 6/10, going through 7/8, which is 5 weeks. And how the entry points work. So again, we're calling them entry points. I'll show you why. So if you sign up a new gold, not an upgrade, but if you sign up a new gold, you get 2 points. And if you sign up a new diamond, you get 4 points, right? And so we're going to track there. I'm going to track mine. Greg and Mena are going to track theirs. And then we're going to show some updates on where everybody is. And on the last day, on the 14th, so we're going to do a drawing on Sunday, 7/14. So it's not going to be this like fishbowl. I just so happen to have a fishbowl. That was weird. But so we'll have this electronic thing that we'll be able to put everybody's names in it, and you'll see the live drawing on that to see who it is. But the more golds you get and the more diamonds, the more tickets you will get, right? That more entries you will get into the contest. So if you sign up 1 gold and you get 2 points, you still have an opportunity to win. But if you signed up 10 golds and a couple diamonds, you have much higher opportunity to win. So we are super excited to do that. To bless you guys, and again, if anybody's on the fence on going to Orlando because of a money standpoint, $500 to cover that. I'm just saying. So airfare to wherever you want to go, but $500 is kind of fun. So we're super excited to be able to launch this for you guys. You guys are an amazing team, and you guys have blessed us in so many ways. We want to make sure we're blessing you guys back as well. We wanted to make sure that we open this up for anybody to win, not just the one person that runs off with this, but everybody has an opportunity. So again, start this tomorrow. Start talking to your team about it, so we can start plugging some people in. Again, it's not an upgrade. Silvers don't count. So gold and diamond for you to win $500 on the 14th of July, which by the way is the same week we're going to Orlando. That's that Friday. So, so congratulations in advance to those 2 winners that we're going to get out of that. And at this point, unless Greg and Manny, you have anything you'd like to close it down, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for adjusting the times to do all this for us, your flexibility. Thank you for everything you're doing with your team, plugging in all the great questions. And we're changing lives, guys. We are in so many cities. We're in multiple countries now. All of us are. And it's just been such a blessing. So thank you for all that you're doing. And want to open up for questions, unless you guys have anything else.
Great job. So one thing I was going to mention, just to clarify the dates on here, this should be through 7/14, correct? So they basically, are we tracking through the 14th, or are we just tracking to the 8th?
So I think through the 8th is 5 weeks.
Okay, I'll double check that. Yep. Okay.
Is my math right? Or is it wrong?
I think it's just 4. I could be wrong too.
I thought it was 4 as well. So that's, I'm just double checking.
All right, fine. All right. Well, okay. The dates will be adjusted. Yeah, you're right. So it's 1.
Either way, super exciting.
All right. So it's 5 weeks. 5 weeks. So we'll adjust the dates. Thank you.
Yeah, and just to make sure that for this, we want to make sure the points correlated with the actual qualification for Punta Cana, and the same thing for obviously Marrakesh, Morocco. So this is going to be for our group internationally. If you're part of Josh's team, he's taking care of your team. We're taking care of anybody else outside of Josh's team. But again, you'll get 2 entries for any new gold you sign up, and 4 points for any new diamond you sign up. So obviously there's the same thing. You're going to get 2 points towards Punta Cana and 4 points towards Punta Cana. So that's adding up to that too. So it incentivizes you to say, I want to register a bunch of people. I want to get to Punta Cana, and I'm going to earn some extra cash in the meantime. And so anybody can win this, which is kind of goes to me like a spin a wheel type thing, but your name will be in as many times as you have many points. So hopefully they'll clarify, but that's what Josh just explained. So any questions on this or anything else that Josh went through, we want to make sure we open this up for questions. If you want to chat in there, put in questions, or if you want to open it up, I think that I gave myself a thumbs up. Anyway, so any questions on this from anybody?
Okay, so Amanda's asking, does it count if someone upgrades to gold? So we're just going to track on new golds and new diamonds. So we're looking at a couple of different ways. The reason we're doing that is it's there's a way to be able to track new people come in, but upgrades are an act of Congress to get that. So we want to make sure that we're not missing out on anybody, and we're being unfair to somebody. So it's that's the reason we're doing the new people.
And if you could do this through your leadership, if you can send this, say, hey, I just signed up a gold, I just signed up a diamond, we're going to track all that, but we can go back through and look at it. It's a lot easier though if you give us, then we can just add you to the list. So we want to make sure it's accountable too. So we'll double check everything. But yeah, please do that just to make it a little bit easier.
Hey, Josh and Greg, just to be clear, on a Punta
Where
Cana
do you have that one?
contest- Go ahead. I was just gonna say, on the Punta Cana contest, upgrades do count for points. It's just our contest, they do not. So you definitely want to be upgrading people as you're able, but just for this contest, they got to come in at gold or diamond. But Punta Cana, which is really what all of us should be going for, you can bring them in at silver, upgrade to gold, upgrade to diamond. You get points all the way up the upgrades.
Correct. And also for Punta Cana, you also get, for anybody who goes manager, director, you get points for that as well. And if you go manager, or if you go director or senior director, of course, the goal is senior director, because once you qualify for 6 weeks as senior director, like Chuck and Diane, which is pretty awesome. They're already in their 2nd or 3rd week now, so it's pretty awesome. They'll be able to qualify automatically for that trip. And so that's what we always recommend doing. But there's a point system as well to earn.
So if you download the form, it's all
Yep.
on there.
Yeah. If there's any questions, get together with your leader who you're working with, and they'll go through it with you. Any other questions? But I was excited when Josh mentioned this. I said, phenomenal idea. We'll piggyback on that as well.
I have a question.
Sure.
you- Hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Michelle.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
And if you can hear me or not.
Yes.
Where is that one format that when you keep track of a prospect, like when you're calling them, texting them or whatever, where do we find that at? I
Great
think
question.
that said it's but I want to try to print it out tonight.
Yeah, that's actually in the, if you go to This Is It Team and then go to the 3 lines on the right side, or if you're on your phone, you'll have the drop down. The drop down will say downloads. As soon as you click on downloads, if you scroll down a
that's-
little bit, that then you'll find that form right on there. So,
Okay. Thank you.
sure. Yeah, that all the things that Josh just showed on that, and we're gonna have the recording for this later, so you can always go back to the recording to reference that information as well.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to print out the application. I was having a problem with it, so my neighbor's actually going to help me out in a little
Yep.
while.
Yep,
The
and then
application.
she can help you print the other one off as well, which is great. So great question. So yeah, but that's all those different forms and things like that. The tracker, you want to print that off, the follow-up form, and also the applications, those are all on there. And we recommend, because again, on that's the reason why we go through that for This Is a Team, so people understand exactly where to find everything. So, but great questions.
Good, thanks.
Okay, any other questions today? All right, Chuck, would you mind doing what you do and close us down in prayer today?
I don't mind doing what I do. Father God, I thank you for this opportunity to be part of this team and to just be a part of Greg and Mena's team. And as we watch Josh become just a superstar in this industry, as humble as he is, Lord, thank you that we get to watch him grow and all benefit from the momentum he creates. We pray a special blessing over everybody involved in this business, from the newest person like Rich just getting involved in Orlando to people that have been in this business for a long time. We pray your favor and blessing over each and every one of them. Help them not to be discouraged with the no's, to realize every no is just a future yes. Help them not to become overconfident and lackadaisical with success, but help us to really strive to help other people and look for ways to start communication, start conversations, and then just bless people with this incredible opportunity and product that you've put into our hands. Lord, I pray that every single person on this call will be inspired to sign up to go to Orlando, because that is where life-changing decisions are made. And then, Lord, I pray for each and every person that strives to make the Punta Cana contest. Give them favor. Help them work with their upline to find ways to succeed and get to that trip, because it is achievable for each and every person listening to my voice right now. So, Lord, I pray your continued favor over this company, from Dave Schmidt to the entire corporate staff and our entire upline, especially Steve and Gina Meredith. They have such responsibility that you've given them. They've set the pace for all of us. Help us to be good at learning the system they've created. Thank you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, awesome. Thanks,
Amen.
Chuck.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have an awesome night, and go get them.
Absolutely. Have a blessed week. Let us know what we can do to help them grow. It's awesome. Great job, Chuck. Great job, Josh. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bless you guys.
We appreciate all of you. Thanks.
Hey, congratulations on your trip, you two. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's been a dream for a long time, and so we're super excited about it.
We didn't believe it.
She didn't believe it at first. And I'm like, oh, I knew it was going to happen. I kept on professing it. God is good.
We're proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
all.
God bless you guys. Have a great night.